Hey guys, it's Trevor Laird here, and welcome back to this week's edition of Nimera Talk. Now, this is no ordinary episode. We get to reveal some very special information today with a sneak peek of the upcoming 6-month roadmap for the project. So let's not delay anymore, and let's get started. Now, obviously, with this new information that's been given over to me, we are going to pause our coverage of the AMA we had with the Nimera CEO because we have been waiting for this roadmap since that AMA and even in the last quarter of last year. They really wanted to solidify a couple of details before they released it, and I'm happy to say that that time is now. Now, the copy that we do have is not a complete version. It is one of the final drafts that was released. So this is going to be broken down in a couple of different sections. There's a section on channels, there's a section on multi-broker, there's a blockchain section, and so on. Now, of course, we have 2 sections available from that, but you guys are going to be able to get the rest of it very, very soon this next coming week. So let's start going over it right now. Again, guys, this is going to be nothing fancy. I have it's on paper. We're going to go over the details, and then we can talk about the individual items. Now, if there's anything on here that generates a question from you, please put it in the comments section below, because I'm going to be putting together a whole bunch of these questions so that we can get them answered in a block as soon as possible. And of course, don't forget to put your EON address in the comment section below for your chance to win $25 Canadian worth of EON. Okay, I'll stop blabbing here, guys, and let's go into this draft roadmap. So we'll start out with channels with Q1. So here's what we can expect over the course of January through March. That's what we're in right now. Now, on channels, you can expect an updated exchange flow as well as updated deposit and withdrawal flow, so making the process easier. The big one here is added payment methods for Europe, Latin America, Asia, and Eastern Europe. I know we've this on-ramping and off-ramping of fiat has been a massive concern for some of you out there, and they are expanding this rapidly, and you can expect it before the end of March. Of course, there's going to be new cryptocurrencies supported by channels and exchange directions for trading them in between right on that platform. Another thing that you can expect in Q1 on channels is KYC rewards. Now, of course, as I said, guys, all of these points that are on here are part of the final draft. You're going to have an expanded version from the team with all of the details. Second quarter, okay, so second quarter, we're going from April to June. So this is just basically from the end of the spring getting into the summer. I had to cough, but I am back. Okay, so we can expect second quarter channels, updated payment history section, so we can see a previous transaction section, and right now you have to go into the individual pairs, but I think they're going to make it one long list. You're going to be able to wait for details on this too, but freeze transactions by email, phone, or EID. There's also going to be the introduction in Q2 on channels of a referral program to invite your friends and family and people you know in the crypto sphere onto channels. There's going to be a referral program to give you a reward for doing that. We love referral programs, of course. Now, the next one is the iOS version will be brought up to the level that's currently available on Android. Now, I did speak with Andrew directly about this one, and he explained to me the process of doing updates on iOS is much more challenging than the update flow for Android. You have to go through a whole bunch of very specific versions with Apple, and it slows down the progress of that. But they will get that all solved and put up in Q2 on iOS, and I'm personally looking forward to that as well. This is a really big one to me. Anonymous transactions, okay? So you're going to be able to basically create a mixed transaction that would scramble the to and the from. There's a lot of details on this. We're going to be asking questions right after this. I've already started my own list, and I'm sure you guys are in the comments section below, but you will be able in Q2 on channels to do fully anonymous transactions and mix those transactions up there. Now, I know there's a lot of blockchain mixers out there, but I mean, there's a lot of trust that goes into that. So having it directly in your wallet could be a cool thing if you are looking to keep your transactions anonymous. Another feature here is going to be the ability for us in like a group on channels to split up a bill and to send invoices in chat. So if I'm a business and we're channels users and I'm going to send you a bill in channels, you can pay it, but we can also have multiple people in channels split that bill up. This is a huge thing for businesses. Excellent to actually have like a permanent blockchain conversation between your customer and your business. Of course, there's going to be some upgrade transaction widgets in the chat, a personal page for replenishment, and even more expansion of payment methods in Europe, Latin America, Asia, and Eastern Europe, and of course, lots of new cryptocurrencies and exchange directions. Now for the second piece of the puzzle here that I've got my hands onto, let's talk about multi-broker. Now, if we want to think about exchanges as a general thing, I think Nimera is just going well beyond that. They are really becoming a broker here because you're going to have access to so many things. Now, this is what you can expect coming up in Q1. I'm getting excited here talking about this, okay? In Q1, and guys, again, this is going back from January to March, okay? So we can expect this before the end of March. We will be connecting multi-broker to one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges. So right now, what you see on multi-broker is just you have Binance on there for a test, and it's going to have just one pair there right now, okay? They were using this for testing, making sure the whole thing works. But then now we can expect for the actual multi-broker system to be fully connected to one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges. That's exciting. Okay, we're also going to introduce margin trading. This is huge. You'll have to probably get approved for it, but then you can actually trade cryptocurrencies on the exchange with a margin. Simplified onboarding and sign up. This is a huge one, guys. A lot of you have commented out there that just the sign up process in general is a little bit too convoluted in the KYC and all of that. So the team has really dedicated themselves to making the onboarding simple for new customers, and that is going to be expected in Q1 here. So within a month and a half. And of course, with that, the last point for Q1 is a simplified KYC. Okay, huge there. Second quarter for multi-broker, we can expect connecting two new cryptocurrency exchanges to the multi-broker system, okay? And we're talking, this could be anywhere between April and June. We could have two more. So they're talking about, by summer, having us connected to 3 large cryptocurrency exchanges. Huge. Also in Q2 for the multi-broker, an increase in trading pairs, of course, improved user interface, profile pages for common settings and stats, trading terminal. Now, a lot of you commented out there that are professional traders that the trading terminal was kind of released and then it wasn't really updated. It was really a test system that the team was doing, but of course with the new blockchain coming out, a lot of this had to be reworked. So in Q2, you can expect a rework of that trading terminal. Last points here for Q2 on the exchange. New account security settings, just to keep everything up to date. Improved reporting on user trading activity. Analytics tools for investment portfolios. Optimization of the interface on mobile. Now, guys, if you're like me, you know that you kind of look at the exchange on your mobile. It's not optimized for that yet. The team is going to put a focus for that in Q2. A big one for me here, and these are the last 2 points here, is adding fiat gateways onto multi-broker with a large amount of abilities to deposit and withdraw fiat funds. Very simple. We have to have that in order to make this a really, really attractive system for new users. And the last point is the adding of the multi-broker academy section to the tutorials and educational content. And this will give people all of the tools they need, even if they're new traders, to know how to switch between the exchanges, to know how to arbitrage between them, to know how to really read what's going on the exchange screen. So overall, guys, this is an amazing thing. We needed to take care of that onboarding process for KYC. We needed to take care of our fiat gateways, and we needed to add exchanges onto the multi-broker. Now, guys, that is not it for the roadmap, okay? There's other sections there talking about blockchains and NION dates and listings and all these other dates that they're going to work through and the goals that they have to accomplish over the next 6 months. But to get that, you're going to have to go to the official release from the NION team, and that should be coming out within the next few days. But hopefully this gave you a little sneak peek and a little chance to have some excitement of all of this exciting development that we can expect over the next 6 months. Now moving on to the NION ecosystem market news. Now looking at the Nimera ecosystem health check, all is green across the board. As you can see there, on the 12th of February, there was some planned maintenance, but that was about it. Now let's start this week's market news by taking a look over at the metrics from the swap. Now we can see that there are some exciting things happening here, especially in the area of not only volume but liquidity. So if we look at the week, we had about 30,000 euros being traded across the swap, and that is excellent. It is increasing at a steady rate. Another metric that's going up really fast is liquidity. Currently, there is 111,000 euros worth of liquidity on the swap. Now, as you can see, back in December when the swap was launched, we had basically a period where it was launched and it had a bunch of liquidity from the contest that was going on. That increased a little bit here in February and then dropped off, but then now it is steadily increasing back up. And the more liquidity, the more stable things get. So that is just excellent. As we go down, we can see in the fees paid category that just this week alone, the liquidity suppliers, which you could be one of, have made 156 euros. Going down to the tokens here, let's take a look at where that liquidity is. So EON is definitely dominating the popularity on the swap. So we had a 0.64% liquidity increase, and that ranges to about just shy of 56,000 euros. Uniswap as well at 26,000 euros, and USDC at just shy of 25,000 euros for liquidity. Now, switching over to volume, we can see that EON is still the daddy on that one, with 25,000 euros being traded across the week. If we look at our all-time charts here, we can see that the most was traded in December when a lot was bought. That was 50,000 euros. But over the course of everything, we do have these increasing numbers happening throughout February. Going back to the week stats here, if we switch to price, we can see that we are down 2.44% at basically just shy of 3 euro cents. Now this has been going up and down within the 3 to 4 cent range over the weekend. Just keep in mind that it does not take a lot to move this price up when it comes to EON, because there's only so much available on the swap, and even a trade of $1,000 can change it by 6-7%. So it's really major there. Now onto the exchange. So let's look at our continued tracking of EON. A gain of 50% on the week. Remember, guys, on this pair here, which is BTC EON, if you see a negative there, that means the price of EON is actually rising versus BTC, and the price of BTC versus EON is going down. So this is one of those cases where the negative is a good thing. We had a big swath this week, jumping up to 2 million at a point, and then going down and ending the week at the 980,000 EON per BTC level. But as we can see, again, the order book itself does not, it's very thin. So the price of EON can rise very rapidly. The biggest next trade for EON, the amount that's available if you want to buy it on this pair, is around the 450,000 EON per BTC level. So another 50% or so down. And again, another swath there at 250,000, but it does drop down very quickly. Now, as we slide down to our inverse pair, we can see that we are sitting around the 88 level there. We were up quite a bit higher than that for a little bit, around the 174, but we did have that correction there, and we can see that that kind of matches the averages that are happening throughout that pair. Now, if we look at the depth here, there's not a lot in between. We are talking, there's like 10, 15,000 EON here to get that back. And really the major amount of volume we're going to see is getting it back to the 150 level. Now jumping down to our fiat pairs, we can go to Euro first, and we can see that we're sitting around just shy of 4 euro cents with lots of room to grow. There's only a couple of trades between where we are right now and 10 euro cents, and only a couple trades between that and 80 euro cents. So you can see massive gains are looking up in the book with buy pressure on board. Going down to USDT, sitting at 4.8 cents on the last trade, but there is a little bit of room for sales in that price point, around 5 cents, but then it does jump up steadily after that. Now, looking at global markets, things are very green across the board in the last 7 days. Now, Elon Musk obviously had that tweet. It pushed Dogecoin up. There was a little bit of a pullback, almost 16% today with a slight recovery. But of course, we will see how our favorite meme coin does. BTC is, and of course ETH are really the leaders here, holding up very strong as BTC tests 50,000 USD. This would be an all-time high and an absolutely amazing price point to reach. But if you think that the price that is going to be the cap, you shouldn't always believe that. It might pull back quite a bit, actually, depending on the volume continuance. But overall, with deflation, if you're a long-term thinker, you know that as long as BTC is adopted and the whole cryptocurrency market is adopted, that price will deflate and go up over time. So don't rush to buy nor sell is my opinion. Now, of course, everyone out there is looking at Nion and EON and wondering, when will this bull market hit us? Well, with the announcements that are coming up over the next few days, I would say you'd be crazy not to get your hands on a few more EON. Well, guys and girls, a simple but hopefully effective episode this week. Please, all your comments from the roadmap, put in the description below, and make sure probably Monday, Tuesday, whenever they release it, to go and check out that article released by the Nimera team with more details on and the full out roadmap. I haven't seen it myself. I was lucky enough to get these sneak peeks for you guys this weekend, and thank you again to the team for agreeing to that. Guys, we have to give away $25 Canadian worth of EON. So if this is your address above me, then you have won $25 worth of EON, and I'll be saying that to you over the course of the next week. So if you guys haven't already, please do like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I will keep striving to get you guys all the up-to-date information on this project. I think it's going to be a very, very exciting year, and 2021 is going to be progress for us and this project like we have not seen in the past. Now, again, if you want to know how to enter that contest, just put your EON address in the comment section below and you'll be entered into next week. Thanks again for watching. For Nimera Talk, I'm Trevor Laird.